You might have heard about radiating at higher frequency or high vibe people and wondered, what does that really mean? In this video, that's what we're going to discuss exactly. What does it mean to vibrate at higher frequency? If you want to learn, keep on watching. If you're new to me, my name is Sadaf and I help people to transform their life with self-mastery so that they become conscious of their own potential. Consider subscribing if you would like to learn more. The exact definition on Google of radiating on higher vibration is the higher the frequency, your energy or your vibration, the lighter you feel in your physical, emotional and mental bodies. You experience greater personal power, clarity, peace, love and joy. You have little, if any, discomfort or pain in your physical body and your emotions are easily dealt with. I personally started feeling in high vibration and felt awakened in 2019. That's when my true awakening happened, and I started feeling joy and peace and love for myself, for my inner self, and that feeling has consistently been growing. And the feeling I feel, the energy I feel is incomparable. I never felt like that before until my consciousness increased, and that feeling consistently gets better and better the more practices I do related to high vibration, and the more grateful, the more peaceful I feel from within. I'm going to share the scale of higher consciousness, and that will really show you the different emotions and what they score from in terms of higher consciousness perspective. People who have lower vibration, they are usually feel shame, guilt, fear, anger, pride. All of these emotions are low vibe emotions. People who have higher vibration, they feel happiness, joy, peace, love, acceptance. All of these emotions are high vibe emotions, and then ultimately the highest consciousness is enlightenment. And to get to that, it takes years and years of practice. So with me, I am usually at peace and joy, love, that kind of acceptance. That's my feeling on daily basis. And it took me a long time to get here, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't go up and down. Sometimes I feel sad, sometimes I feel not good, and those feelings do come, but they are becoming more rare as I continue to become conscious and aware that feeling is disappearing. But it's normal to dip into victim mentality, and that's what happens with me. But like I said, in terms of having highest vibration, it takes years and years of practice. One thing to be mindful of: once you start radiating at higher frequency, what you will realize is, especially if you have spent years and years in low vibration frequency, so if you've always been sad, unhappy, angry, or felt pride, all those emotions, as most human beings do feel like that on regular basis. So if you have been in that mindset for years and years, when you start changing your consciousness and start radiating at higher frequency, you would notice that people around you who have lower vibration, they will start to drop off from your life. Slowly they will start leaving or disappearing from your life completely, and you feel that you don't resonate with them anymore, and they would feel they don't resonate with you because you both have very different frequency, and they would feel uncomfortable around you because you don't talk about the same thing, you don't do the same thing, you don't think the same way. So that's when they start to drop off from your life. And that period can be very isolating, because what happens is, that's what happened to me. I started losing people, I started losing friends, and even though it was isolating experience, but it was so fulfilling because I was sourcing all the love and goodness from within. And it takes time to feel like that, but in the beginning it can feel very challenging and difficult. But realize that once you start radiating at higher frequency, you start sourcing all the goodness from within, and that's a game changer process. And once you let go of that need of needing those people who maybe you hang out with before, once you let go of that need and accept that you are changing, you are evolving, you are growing, and you accept that, that's when things started to change, because that's when you start attracting people in your life who have the same frequency, same vibration as you. And that's when you will meet people who think like you, who behave like you, who have same frequency as you. And that's become so interesting when you start seeing all of that. So vibrating at higher frequency is a game-changing experience because it changes your life completely. And you will realize, even though you might feel that you're losing all your friends, you feel that you can't have the same kind of feeling as you used to have, you feel that you can't have the same conversation because you feel so different from within. And then, but you need to realize your greatness comes from vibrating, from radiating at higher frequency. And that's what you need to realize, because people who are right for you, they will start coming into your life. People who meant for you, they start coming into your life because they are on the same frequency as you. In other words, how I can describe radiating at higher frequency and what does it really mean? If you have ever listened to the radio, there are different radio stations. So if you have tuned into FM 100, you would not be able to tune into FM 105, right? So if you tuned into BBC Radio 101, you would not be able to tune into Sunrise Radio. They are all at different frequency. In reality, in the existence, they all exist at the same time. There is FM 101, 105, Sunrise Radio, BBC Radio, they all exist. But in order for you to listen to one of them, you have to tune in to them. That's exactly how energy works. If you want to tune into higher vibration, you need to tune into that radiation, that frequency. And people who don't resonate with that frequency, they will drop off from your life. People who radiate to that frequency, they will align themselves to you. And this is how the energy works. This is how the vibration works within you. And that's why when we see that people moving and leaving when you start growing, that's why it happens. Radiating at higher frequency is, it takes a lot of self-improvement practices to reach that level. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of practices, but it is life-changing because you are sourcing all the goodness from within. You're not relying on other person to make you feel better. You are sourcing that greatness, that joy, that love, that peace, that happiness from within. You do not rely, you don't need validation from anyone. And this is such a freeing experience because you don't need anyone anymore in terms of validation. You don't need that crutch of support that you always had, that you thought that if this person is not here, I cannot survive. Even though in terms of love, yeah, you love people, but you do not depend on people. You do not depend on someone or something which is external from you. You source everything from within. And this is the end of this video. I hope you found it useful, and let me know your thoughts. How did you find it? What did you learn? What did you like? What did you dislike? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll speak to you all very soon.